too.
Hello everyone, we are back with Mantis, the best HP1 modder in the universe.
Hello.
He's a Giga Chad. He looks like a Giga Chad and he is a Giga Chad. And he is gonna be running a Donald Duck Quack attack for the PC version. Yeah, not much to say, except yes, I do have one thing to say because Mantis gifted $10 at the start and it did not update for me because Tiltify is a bit stupid, but whatever. Thank you, Mantis, for the $10 with the message. Pax, what about doing the hardest boss twice? That did not happen. Anyways, take it away, Mantis.
Okay, so basically we are playing any percent today, and it has a few cool strats. I will show you and explain everything. But first I need to create a new save, so just pick a random name and let the game start. We won't have pre-rendered cutscenes because DirectX 6 cannot render this on Windows 11, so we just write into the game. And heading out to forest, and the first level will be Forest Edge. But unfortunately in this game we can't Superman boost, so we need to play the whole level. Basically our goal is to go through all levels in each of the 4 worlds and collect B pieces in each of them, and once we get all 4 B pieces we can enter the region's boss, and after that we'll be able to advance to the next world. It's pretty straightforward. And the first cool thing I'll be able to show a bit later, if we jump and if we are about to land on a slope, we can hit the attack button and Donald will slide, and that gives us a huge speed boost, which is significant because this engine caps our speed based on our ground speed, so even if we have a momentum from a moving platform, we won't be able to keep that until we land because our speed will be adjusted immediately. Also, we don't need those toys since that's just for handle. In any percent we won't help our nieces. So this level is basically just running through or maybe just jumping on the slopes. We have our first B piece. And we are good to go to the next one. And this level will have the first more visible glitch we can use later. But for that, I'm just aiming for an early jump because we can skip a few platforms and save some time. Okay, I got the slide, which is good. Basically, I'm just trying to skip all the slopes, I mean the upward slopes, because they are slow. And yeah, I messed up the cycle a bit, and I need to wait, because if I hit the spiky bush, Donald will be pissed. And that's bad, because if we hit something twice, we'll die. But We can make Donald chill if we drink those shakes, like this one. Okay, skip the slopes. Okay, to be honest, I'm too Pepegacopter to get the early cycle here, so just getting the piece. And we can save warp here, so basically if I just reload the save, it will make the game go crazy, because even though we don't have any progress according to the save file, it just stores our progress. So we can advance to the 3rd level, and yeah, that was pretty Pepega. Missing the teleports. But yeah, this save warps are the most significant time save strats in this category, because I think more than 50% of the levels we need to do that, and it saves a huge amount of time, letting us finish the run below 1 hour. That was a scary clip. Yeah, I also don't go for clips in this game, because they are kinda inconsistent. And it killed many of my attempts. Yeah, I messed up the slide. But here we can get the recycle. Yes, like this. Yeah, this is also a hard cycle skip. I need to practice more to be able to get that, but it's fine. Still it saves around 7 seconds, which is huge. And we can get our 2nd warp here. And fun fact, even though I'm playing with a controller right now, I need to use my keyboard to open the pause menu, because the game can't recognize modern controllers' pause button. But it's a fine trade-off, because this game is optimized for controllers more than keyboard. It's still playable though, but it's much more easier to control because the camera is not fixed, so it just moves on its own based on Donald's position. Okay, that's good so far. And we don't need this shake, because it's actually slower. Because the last BPs of forest is right here. And we are good to go to the first boss of the game, which will be Bernadette, the big bird. And we can make some omelette du fromage from her eggs. She's a really big bird. So basically, if I'm walking instead of running, I can beat the small burst faster, which saves a lot of time. And now I just need to run. And push her head. But in this stage, the small birds can actually fly, so I need to react quickly, because they can be fast and also can piss Donald off, which is really bad. Because if you die in a boss fight, it will restart from the start, so it's easy to lose 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. And now the final. And she's sleeping. We get our first locator. And this will open our teleport to the city. Here we can cut the intended way by jumping onto the electricity. And even though it pisses Donald off, we can drink a shake later, so we can leverage this time save overall. I just don't go for that star, because during practice I died there, so I just wanna play safe. And here we drink our shake. Empty the bin. Empty another bin. And just take a shortcut. By the way, collecting the stars are important because we can get 1 more health upon collecting 100 stars, so it just makes our life easier later in case of dying to something, and that's also a neat shortcut. We get our BPs, and here we don't need to warp because... Okay, that was a lucky clip, and the first level is completed. And yeah, basically all of the 4 worlds consists of 2 3D and 2 2D levels. So the gameplay is the same on all worlds. Here we can get a skip. Okay, I bumped my head, so failed it, but this can also save around 10 to 15 seconds. But it's a tricky one, so it would be good to get, but oh well. it happens. Okay, skipped. It was a good cycle. Okay. I'm suffering from severe skill issue. But that's fine. That was a bit unlucky. We can do another warp here. Advancing to the next level. The only disadvantage of these warps is that if the game crashes, then the run is completely dead, because this broken save state cannot be restored. But it's still worth it, because luckily the game rarely crashes. Okay, and that was weird. Yeah, I was too greedy. This time I won't land on that electricity thingy. Here I could skip the second platform, but that's just a really hard jump and saves only 2 or 3 seconds. And we can warp out again. I think to the last level of this world. In that book, it would be faster to hit that, but in that case we'd need to avoid that toy, because the picking up animation is 2 or 3 seconds long. This can be a bit tricky, because if you don't make the jump, you need to start over, because that's the only point you can get to that platform where the B piece is. And we're good to go to our second boss, and that will be a beagle boy. He would like to use us for his soup.
Prepare to get mashed into duck soup.
Here our only goal is to avoid getting smashed by the big ball. And then throw the green dynamite back to him. We can skip this whole cycle by getting hit, because during that rage animation we are basically invincible. Somehow it's possible to do that with all of the stages, but I'm not skilled enough to do that. So it was basically just almost a casual playthrough of the boss, and we are good to go to the third world, which is a haunted mansion. And in my opinion, this is the coolest area of the game. Yeah, those Frankenstein ducks need 2 hits. Okay, I got the cycle skip, that's good. Okay, was a bit scared at first, but that ended up good. Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes this can happen and I'm not sure. Yeah, unfortunately that's a soft lock. So when Donald keeps stuck in that animation, you can't control him. And it's weird because I've never had that before at 60 FPS. So it's weird. But it's not a PB run anyways, so it's fine. I got the clip. Okay, better. This time I just avoid that shake. Let's just keep going. Perfect. Good. Now we're good to go to the second level of this area. And this is a tricky part. I lost the early cycle. Ah, that fucker. Getting the bonus health. Okay, getting rid of the enemy. So that was good so far. Okay, and we are good to warp again. This level is going smoothly so far. Please don't get stuck, thank you. I don't need to wait, because I don't wanna get pissed. Because those enemies can be defeated only from beyond. I mean from their back. Because if they hit you with the hushing, that will make Donald piss off, and we don't need to warp in this level. I'm so scared of the shakes now. Sink through. Two spiders. As they are pretty easy to avoid. Thank you. And we can do our last warp in this area. And we enter our third boss fight.
Welcome to your doom, for this is your doom.
Here we need to push her pumpkins out of the ledge, avoiding her spells and then just striking her with bombs. And unfortunately, there isn't a setup for this section because it's completely RNG. It's still not too bad. The pumpkin section is much harder and trickier because you can't hit them multiple times. Because they will hit you back, so you need to turn before hit. So turn, hit, turn, hit, and basically that's the flow of this section. And now we can throw the bombs again. Okay, it's the usual. Maybe this one, yes. Okay, so far so good. And the last section. And we are good to go to the fourth world.
Oh, defeated by Donald Duck. What bad luck.
And this last area is an ancient temple. In some aspects, this one is the hardest area out of all. Which is fair because it's still the last after all. Good cycle. Okay, interesting jump. And in this area, we can warp out from all levels, so we don't need to play any of them till the end. It was close to get hit, but I take it. Okay, that was unfortunate. Perfect. Why not? Yeah, that was a bit sus. But we survived and that's what mattered. Here, getting the early cycle is also possible. But that's not easy. If I wanna be greedy, I can risk that. Yeah. It's skill issue. But I won't risk it again. Just wait for the cycle. We get the second B piece. Bouncing over. Bad input. It's the usual skill issue. Okay, missed the cycle. Another B piece. And the last level before the final boss fight. Here we can cut the cycle by jumping to the spikes and then using the rage animation to destroy the spinning guy as well. It's just a neat shortcut. And I'm bad. Yeah, never mind, because we can collect the shake here. And here we can do the skip again. Jumping over here, and then the platform, and we're good to go. Nice. The last big piece we need. And we're good to go to the final boss fight. And we can fight Ranrock from Wish. Because Marlock also uses ancient energy and magic to transform into a dragon.
I have been waiting for you. What? Daisy? Do not be afraid. She's hanging around somewhere. Unfortunately, you'll never be able to see her again.
And using a controller, this boss is actually hard, because you can't configure the sensitivity of the sticks. And by default, it's insanely sensitive for some reason. I mean, not this part, but on the next phase, we need to shoot him. And this part is really hard. Because it's actually so hard to get, or at least it's just my skill issue. Good. And also the vertical controls are inverted. And that's so weird. That was lucky. The cutscene saved me. No, no, okay. And that was it. That was Donald Duck Quack Attack.
Oh, GG's.
Thank you. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream. I mean, the run.
Thank you for showing off the game.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, pretty cool game. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add.
So far, I don't have anything.
Okay. Perfect. Then yeah, GG's for the run.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for showing off the game. It was a cool run to watch. And well, if you don't have anything else to say, I'll quickly say if you guys have some money to spare, always think about donating to the Trevor Project. Pax put all the links they need in the chat. But yeah, if we're good, then we'll hop onto the next run, which is done by Sammy. Another one, he ran Godfather first. And now he's gonna run Watchdog, Bad Blood, any percent? I'm not entirely sure what that category is bad, but I'm sure he'll explain us. And yeah, if we're good to go, then we can transition.
I'm good.